Here's a list of people that you look up to, that your children look up to, that your friends and family look up to, people that are in politics, people that are in the media, that are famous, that have power, that kind of control how the youth grows up. What you watch on TV, so on and so forth. These are what all the eyes of America see. This is what controls us. This is what controls the media, the news, the policies, and the like. This list is in no particular order. It is just some names that I looked up. It might take a minute. Paul Peterson, Mike Famir, Dennis Hassert, Ken Atkins, Thomas Adams, Steve Atkin, Edison Masal, Randall David and Keeney, Myrtle Robert Buman, Parker J. Benna, Hewart Lee Bennett, Louis Beers, Howard Brooks, Andrew Burr, John Allen Burt, John Butler, Corolla Childs, Kevin Conn, John Collins, Carrie Lee Kramer, Dan Crane, John Curtin, Richard A. Dessine Sr., Richard A. Delgaudio, Peter Dibble, Brian Doyle, Nicholas Elizondo, Mark Foley, Larry Dale Floyd, Murray Jack Gardner, Richard Gardner, Philip Giordano, Marty Glickman, John Gusek, Mark A. Grethen, Russell Harding, Mark Harris, John Hathaway, Howard Scott Hildreth, Mike Hintz, Paul Ingram, Earl Kimmerling, Ronald Klein, Donald Lukens, John Matthews, Pat McPherson, Nicholas Morency, Jeffrey Patty, Mark Pazuhanich, Dennis Rader, Tom Riddle, Christian Coalition, Peter Smith, Larry Jack Schwartz, Mark Sidian Sticker, Tom Shortage, Fred C. Smeltzer Jr., Bobby Stumbo, David Schwartz, Armando Tebeno, Storm Thunmond, Citadel, Robin Catterwall, Lawrence Scott Ward, Jim West, Keith Westmoreland, Stephen White, James Dobson, Craig Spencer, Ralph Shorty, David Wu, Anthony Weiner, Eric Messa, John Edwards, Tim Mahoney, Chip Pickering, Mark Suter, David Vitter, Vito Forcella, Mark Schroeder, Larry Craig, Matt Lauer, Garrison Keylor, Kevin Spacey, Jeremy Pivian, Jeffrey Tambor, Mario Battaglia, Battali, Roy Moore, James Winston, Andy Dick, Louis C.K., James Toback, George H.W. Bush, Mark Halperin, Al Franklin, Russell Simmons, Brett Retner, Glenn Thrush, George Takei, Sylvester Stallone, Charlie Rose, John Conyers, John Lester, Andrew Christenberg, Nick Carter, Danny Masterson, Dylan Howard, Ryan Lizza, Morgan Surlock, Travis Smiley, Dustin Hoffman, Jerry Richardson, Gene Simmons, TJ Miller, the guy from the Subway commercials, Bill Cosby, Biden. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Of course, these people are in our everyday society too. Of course, they're normal people like you and me. Of course, they're non-influential people. Of course, they are everyday people out there like that. All these people have one thing in common, is that they are sick and disgusting. They've been charged with nasty shit. They have all been charged or have been accused of 1 or 9 people. Whether it's for wealth or gain, I don't know. But these people, the people on that list, all powerful, have sway in what your children think, how your children act, how your vote matters. When we're fighting each other, when we are against each other, when the real enemy are those that are hurting our children, that are twisting their minds and hurting their souls. When the real enemy is not the black man, is not the white man, is not the rich man, is not the poor man. The real enemy are the ones on that list. The real enemy of humanity is on that list. Jeffrey Epstein. How many people were tied to him? Why did the world suddenly go crazy when his things were about to come clean? Why are we still watching the movies? Why are we still letting our children and ourselves fall into it? Why do we watch these people online? Why do we give them power when they are constantly, over and over again, abusing our youth and other people? Most of those people on the list, a lot of them, were accused and charged of vicious things against children, against young adults, against co-workers, against loved ones and spouses. And yet we continue to brush it under the rug. America, the world, people everywhere. Why do we continue to let these people stay in power when they are pure fucking evil? Why do we just brush it under the rug when another scandal comes out? Why do we let them do this? Why do we let this stuff happen over and over and over again? No matter who I talk to, it's, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, the church, everybody hears the church thing with the little kids. Oh, it's a kid, it happens. It shouldn't happen. Those people should be burnt at the stake. Or, in the Bible's version, we need to make a lot of millstones and make a lot of rope and choose an ocean, choose a very deep lake. We shouldn't have pitchforks and torches right now. We should have chisels and teaching people how to braid rope. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should not be fighting who's doing what and what team won, blah, blah, blah. We should be demanding that these people be held accountable for things that they have may done or may have not done. Day in court, evidence, blah, blah, blah. That should be our number one thing right now, because they are destroying the children of tomorrow. What they are teaching in our schools, what they are trying to force on us, should be our main concern. Saving our children, finding Epstein's blacklist and his log. They will cause World War III, 4, 5, and 6. They will destroy the planet before their names come out on that list. And you know it, and I know it, and they know it. This planet will be destroyed before they let those names come out. Why? Because what they are doing is terrible and they know it. What they have done is terrible and what they know it. What they are continually doing to our children is horrific and they fucking know it. Win America. Win the entire world. I'm sure it's not just in America. I'm sure it's in Asia, I'm sure it's in Africa. I'm sure it's in South America. I'm sure it's even in fucking the Arctic. This shit is everywhere on this planet. They are destroying the youth. They are trying to misgender them and twist their minds and confuse them to thinking that it's okay for them to have sexual conduct with adults. They are grooming children. They are grooming young adults, young women, young men, into teaching them that it is okay to be a sex worker. These girls think it's okay to have called an OnlyFans. That is just work, and it's not work. You are literally selling your worth, your dignity, your body to a bunch of fucking pedophiles online. You are disgracing your family, disgracing yourself. You are destroying your image. For what? Because you've been taught that it is okay. Our society is teaching the youth that it is okay to exploit your body for wealth. This has been happening for years in Hollywood and in the news and in the media. Sexual misconduct in this country and on this planet has gone on for far too long. Pedophiles should die. People that hurt children should die. There is no room on this planet for people that hurt and abuse children. They should not be here. Period. Anybody that hurts children, that hurts an innocent person, the youth, anybody that hurts somebody like that should not be here. Or they should, at the very least, because we have rules in this country that may not be for me and you, but those people should be put on trial. And we have prisons for them. Apparently we have islands for that, where we can just put them all on the island. I get we can't kill them. It's not up to us. We are not the judges. Because as much as I hate certain people in this world that harm children and harm innocent people, it is not my place to harm them. As much as I would rather see a piano fall on their head or them getting hit by a train, and it would not bother me one bit. My morals in this world are not to hurt people, are not to inflict pain on people. My morals tell me to take care of my children, to raise them to be young adults, to raise them to be decent human beings. Those are my morals. I'll defend my family with life and death. Absolutely. I would defend my children with that. I would defend my family with life and death. If I'm putting in a situation to where their lives are in danger, 100% without a shadow of a doubt, guaranteed that I would defend them with everything that I have, no matter what. Wake up. I'm not the enemy. Black people aren't the enemy. Red people aren't the enemy. Brown people aren't the enemy. Yellow people aren't the enemy. Purple people aren't the enemy. Guns aren't the enemy. Drugs aren't the enemy. It is the people pushing all of that harmful shit onto our youth. They are the enemy. When we realize that, maybe one day we can all come together. When we realize that people in control that have power right now are the real enemy. The people hurting our youth, they are the problem to everything in society today. When we realize this, we will wake up and we will have a happy world. We'll have happiness on this planet when we get rid of the people harming our fucking children. Think about it. Y'all have a great night.